Have you ever wondered what life is like after the storm?
Well, thank God for life. Thank God for life. That's all I can say.
We move on, but this is their reality. There's a long road ahead, and in tough situations, you either step up or step out. We realize the best way we can step up is to come back. And we're going to keep coming back to share the real story on how you can be part of building the BVI back stronger, smarter, greener, and better than before.
I was right here with my garbage bag. This is where it was. I felt it begin to shake. And that's when I thought this could be it, this will be it. But that's when I think the house was coming down. This saved me before the eye came through. God is all-knowing, all-present, and all-powerful. He didn't need me to do anything because he just directed and he took charge. It wasn't me. And it can't be nothing because something saved me.
We're on a mission to understand what it takes to rebuild a nation. What is the X factor that the people of the British Virgin Islands have to not only survive one of the world's most devastating hurricanes, but to actually be stronger on the other side? After the hurricane, many were left with the bare minimum and nothing to spare. Al, like many others, chose to use what resources he had left to help his country in their darkest hour.
There's a lot of people who are straight on the plane, but I would rather be involved in the rebuilding of a nation. I love it here. The lunchbox is a small trailer that survived the storm. We realized we had loads of food left in there that we now no longer have power to keep. So I started cooking it up. Came up with the idea of just doing free food for the kids. The confidence that we have as a community here, wherever we're from, we are all here together.
BVI is one of the top sailing destinations in the world. With tourism as one of the key pillars of the economy, the yacht chartering companies are the major employers. The Moorings understood that by getting back in business quickly, they were helping to rebuild their nation by creating jobs and by getting tourists back.
Post Irma, we've lost approximately a third of the fleet, circa about 100 boats, and we're repairing almost everything else. It's important for the moorings to get back online quickly because we owe it to our customers, our staff, and the British Virgin Islands. Essentially, we're one of the major players in one of the twin pillars, the tourism side, and within that pillar, of course, the yachting sector is extremely important. So we reopen on that Saturday, December 9th, with approximately 120 boats on the water.
What would you say is the X factor behind BVI's quick turnaround?
I think that there are leaders such as ourselves that are making a difference, and I think people are following. I think people truly believe that they have to get together as one team, one strong team, and make sure that the island's ready for customers to come back. And I think there's an inherent belief, not just here at the moorings, but island-wide, that the sooner we get back on the feet, the better. From an economy point of view, and just to show the world that we're not going to sit and look sad.
A true testament of the BVI resilience is Peg Leg, a restaurant in Nanny Key. With only a cooler, they opened right after the storm to create a sense of normalcy and to keep their people employed.
You opened up the first week after Irma, and you didn't have power, water, anything. I think we were actually here, and there was a shack of this.
We were stuck over there. We were doing the grill over here.
Jesus, but it was packed.
It was packed every day.
It was packed. Why did you guys open that quick?
Because we have a strong feeling that we are stronger.
Just like
Irma
we're opening.
cannot be stronger than us. We can show, I know this has happened, but we can make it happen.
I love that. That's the best attitude. That's
We
a
could make it
BVI
happen.
attitude.
We have the potential over stuff. We have not lay off anybody here. No layoff.
It's a lot of work, but BVI is strong.
On what?
We got fish in that pool after the hurricane.
Is that what you really eat them?
Of course, it was great. It was tasty.
They needed food.
We were hungry. It was.
And there were many who kept stepping up. Even after experiencing great loss himself, Regis was using the skill set he had as a chef to feed hundreds of children. And if that wasn't enough, he started Adopt a Roof, a nonprofit that helps to get roofs rebuilt for local families.
When I watch up, I said, Daddy Sky. She said, Mommy, Daddy Sky, and see up there. I said, well, we can't see it. So we run, go down in the back room. And we stay for a while until everything ceased down. It was not easy for us. It was very bad.
So basically, her chair is there, and then she have another chair, and if you look behind, there's a piece of wood. And at night time, she just leaves the piece of wood, put it there, and that's where she sleeps. And we sleep there for 1 month. She can't move out of that until she have a bed here and all her clothes and everything. She can't move out of that. But if she can't move out of that, she can't go back to her normality of life, and she can't make money. She used to, you know, that she's a mama of the hood. She just cook some food and give some food. The kids come, grab a beer, grab a piece of chicken, and that's what she needs to do, because so she's done all her life. No one can go back to normality until she comes there. That's why we kind of choose that as well, because it's kind of like, this is the heart of East End. And anyway, so I'm very pleased, because it's the first time I come back today to see what they've done. It's coming. Tomorrow she's gonna have a bedroom. That's my thing. You know, I don't know anything about. I know a lot about building and everything, but it's not my trade. Because that's what we do. We tackle problems, and if you put your mind into something, you overcome them. And I think now with the team of people we have, we can do that.
It was fascinating to see how creative people got not only rebuilding for today, but for a better tomorrow.
Everyone, I am Angela Burnett. I am the author of the Irma Diaries, and the book is really on a mission to save our future.
Angela is a local environmental manager who wrote the Irma Diaries to share some of the most epic survival stories from the inside of the storm. Her goal is to create awareness around climate change to help prevent natural disasters like Irma from becoming the norm.
So the Irma Diaries is really, a call to the world to join us in this battle. This was our Armageddon, and we hope that it will be the decisive battle, that it's the last call that the world needs to wake up and act on this climate Armageddon, as I've started to call it now.
When you realize that you're totally powerless, you have no say in it, you can't negotiate anything, and you're about to lose everything you have, and there's nothing you can do. But I had noticed, looking through the window from the kitchen between those two palm trees, that the back of the Jeep had shifted just a little bit in the driveway. So I said, you know what, let me just go and straighten it out before I went underneath the house. And as I'm going towards the Jeep, I'm saying to myself, you know what, the Jeep is there, it's shifted a little bit, but it's perfectly intact. Just go in the Jeep and ride out the storm, because it's perfect, right in the driveway. But as I'm going to do that, a little voice said, go under the house and go now. And as I got under the deck right there, as I got under, I'm bending. That same little voice said, look at the Jeep in the midst of everything. So I just looked across, and I'm looking at the Jeep in the driveway, and it just starts to slide like it's on ice and disappears right down the hill. And while it was there is when now the whole structure came down. And I think that's probably the only time I really, really thought I could die, because I started to feel the structure, the block structure, start to vibrate. And I said, if this goes, I'm gone. That Jeep is about 2,000 pounds. I'm 154 pounds dripping wet. What if that gust of wind that sent that Jeep down the hill had caught me? I would have gone flying.
You've got incredible purpose on your life. I mean, that's the only explanation. This is
everything. I mean, it's just...
So... man, sorry, I gotta breathe for a second. I've never experienced the loss that you have of stuff and things and the memories in this place. And I'm sorry, I'm sure it's sensitive, but like, what does it feel like to be alive, but all your stuff is gone? Like, what is something that you've learned through this that you didn't know that is helping you for the future?
Faith is everything. Faith does not operate by what we see. We see what has happened. We have yet to see what will happen after. And I just believe that what will happen after will be much better than what was there before. I don't know how, but I just feel that there is something good that will come out of this. All things work together for good. I believe that.
It can be terrifying to even think about what it will take to rebuild. But for those who are brave enough to step up and take on that responsibility, to use what they have as a resource to help and to find opportunities in the obstacles, they are the X factor of the BVI becoming even greater after the storm. So we asked ourselves, how can we step up? We recognized that if we could use our experience to help empower the local entrepreneurs, they would continue to create jobs and fuel the economy. So we held an Entrepreneur Day, challenging them to find the seeds of opportunity in the midst of devastation.
I need to come out of my comfort zone because if this company is going to survive, I have to get up off my butt and do something to make it survive.
With 80% of homes damaged and evacuations still taking place, many animals were left behind. We partnered with Paul BVI to bring abandoned puppies back to the States with us, where we were able to find them loving homes.
Just coming back from an incredible life-changing trip. The top takeaway was for everybody that's asking me how they can help, the number one way that you can help is to continue to vacation in BVI. Yes, it's going to be different and it's going to be a little crazy, but it's an amazing adventure. It's so cool to hear all of the stories of survival and what people have been through the last couple weeks, and honestly to see the destruction and watch the recovery. It makes it part of the adventure. So if you want to help, come down, vacation, rent a boat, rent a villa. Every single dollar that you spend is helping to create jobs and rebuild the economy.
Up next on BVI Stronger.
We need people to come back, and new people who've never been here. The geography of the place is still the same. Still beautiful beaches, we've got great waves for surfing, the restaurants are all coming back on their feet, the bars is a no-brainer. Yesterday I surfed at Bay, it's just gold. I really shouldn't be telling you about that. The surf spots are all secret.
Maybe do a little work, or just have fun in the sun. Either way, you are joining in the recovery.